The reason why they tell you to practice Nofap and semen retention if you want to become successful, this is something that obviously, without a doubt, you probably should practice retention or Nofap. You should be doing this regardless of trying to become successful or not, just because it betters your life. It makes you more disciplined, more improved. But we're going to cover in depth why YouTubers, especially like big YouTubers, recommend you practicing retention or Nofap. So enough being said, let's go and start into it. Starting off with our first point, this is going to be increased energy and motivation. So I talk about this a lot throughout my channel, is you're going to get this energy boost. Also, a lot of other people mention getting energy out there on retention and Nofap videos. So this is something that does happen. I believe it's partly due to your brain fog stage. Also, I did a little bit of research, so this is like with your serotonin levels. Whenever you release your seed, your serotonin levels pretty much get a spike. You get into this calm state and then you get relaxed. There's a lot more things that go on when essentially you're releasing your seed, and this is why people, they get this brain fog. They're like really thinking kind of slow, and it's because they get into this calm, relaxed state where they're just not thinking properly. So that brain fog stage is going to last 1 to 3 days or 1 to 5 days. I would say 5 days max. After that, you're probably looking at some sort of health issues, or your diet, or you're not getting enough sleep. Of course, this is different across everybody, so I talk about this on one of my previous videos, is that essentially your age does come into factor. This is something that's going to affect some of these benefits that you experience on retention and Nofap, so do keep that in mind. But once you get out of that brain fog stage, you're going to notice that you're really thinking of how can you improve your life. You're going to be driven, you're going to be motivated, because that energy spike is going to just make you go out there, just be like, okay, you need to do something with your time. You're going to start realizing that, hey, you practicing Nofap and retention is a self-improvement. And obviously, if you're looking into self-improvement, you're going to look at ways to better your life. So you're going to be like, okay, I feel energetic, let's go start hitting the gym, let's start building this physique, or let's start this side hustle. Whatever that is, you're going to be focusing more and more time on it. You're not going to be as lazy, you're not going to be procrastinating. On top of that, you're going to be getting disciplined as well, because majority of people let their emotions control them. But when you're practicing Nofap and retention, you're ignoring your emotions. You're like, okay, you can't do this, you can't do that. So you're training yourself to pretty much force yourself to power through things that you don't want to do. You're going to push forward through that discomfort. And this is why I believe majority of people become successful on retention and Nofap, is because of that self-discipline. Overcoming your urges is one of the hardest things that you guys could honestly do, because this is on a biological level. When you think about it logically, essentially your mind thinks about it. I actually looked this up. Men think about, how can I say it, talking terms for YouTube, about reproducing essentially about 7 times more than females. So if you're to look at it throughout a day-to-day basis, you're going to be more driven, and this is partly due to your testosterone. So there's a lot of factors that come into play and tie into this, but essentially what I'm trying to get at is you're ignoring your instinct behaviors on your animal side, and you're powering through it, and your animal side is actually way stronger than your logical human thinking side. It's actually, if you ever wonder why you do some of the things that you do, it's because your animal side is way more powerful than your logical human side. And then you have your autopilot side, which is like things that you teach yourself to do, which is like brushing your teeth. It's no longer something that you consciously think about, you just go ahead and do it. Like even chewing food, that's your autopilot side. But when it's ever something new, your animal instinct and then your human thinking side, essentially they're activated. The main point I'm trying to drive here is that the animal instinct side is really powerful. It's gonna take over a majority of the time, but when you start doing retention and Nofap, you're gonna start powering through it and overriding it using your logical human side. Okay, you need to do this, you need to go out there and start working towards this side hustle, because at the end of the day you want to make sure your life improves. So this is the main biggest reason, in my opinion, why people become successful on retention and Nofap. There's other benefits that are going to tie in as well. So like you're going to have small minor ones. This one's going to be like being in tune with the world. So you're going to have better relationships with people. and this is going to help you in the long run, especially for you guys wanting to work in self-improvement. You're going to learn how to socialize a whole lot better, so you're going to interact with people a whole lot better. You're going to read social cues. You're going to be like, oh, okay, this person is feeling this way, they're feeling that way, and you can just read the room a whole lot better and pick up off of things that you normally typically wouldn't. Return, this is going to help you become more successful. Of course, it's one of the minor things as to the reasons why people become successful. It's not the main driven reason. Also, your testosterone increases. That's another big one. So I talk about this on my channel quite a bit. Essentially, your testosterone increases. There was one study that was done that essentially your testosterone could double to like 150% within 7 days. So on that 7 day, they did like a research that this person's testosterone, it has increased. Of course, I have read a Reddit story where this guy was testing his testosterone and tracking what he was eating, the way how he's sleeping, and he took his own testosterone test at the beginning before he did it, and then at the end. But this isn't an actual study, but he did notice a significant increase in his testosterone. So I do believe that essentially if you practice retention or start doing Nofap, you're going to notice this testosterone increase, and testosterone is what really makes you driven, motivated, wanting to go out there and achieve things. So it's one of the main factors as to why people become successful. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to smash that like button, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys in the next one.